Hi, I'm Kirsten. Welcome to this week's edition of Shepherd's Finishing Touches. Today we're talking about finishing touches for your home. And I've been decorating for about 22 years, and I do find that the one thing that people always overlook are the great finishing touches or the details that finish the room. It really is one of the most important things in the room because it brings your room to life and makes it sparkle. A great finishing touch for your room is a throw blanket. We have a wonderful selection here at Shepherd's, and we curated 4 in this group. They're very special. We've got the 2 that are in the Burberry, which are lovely, and I love these at the end of a bed. I think they look absolutely beautiful folded properly at the end of a bed. They bring a little bit of color into the room. You don't have to match it to your bedding, but it just kind of makes everything pop, especially if you have very simple bedding. Looks great in a boy's room or a girl's room. It's just a great way to finish the bed. But as fun as these are really special. This is the Nova Scotia tartan, and it has a lobster on it. Isn't that amazing? The colors are absolutely beautiful in cobalt, chartreuse. On the back, it's reversible. So the tartan is in the lobster on the back. These would be fabulous at a cottage in a big basket sitting at your Adirondack chairs so that people can grab them at the end of the evening when it's starting to get a little bit cool at night. And we also have the Newfoundland tartan, and this one has the moose. This is in a beautiful bottle green, has a little bit of lime, and then again, he's in the plaid on the reverse side. What you're going to absolutely love about these throw blankets is that they are cashmere feel. These are from Froz, who've done a lot of our beautiful scarves that you've seen in our shows and the videos, and they really do feel like cashmere, which makes them extra cozy. Everything has been run through a machine that has a thistle on it at their factory, so it actually prevents pilling. That's what you want, because there's nothing worse than using this every day and then it gets pilled, and they guarantee that it won't. So it is going to look fabulous forever. And that's a wrap.
Shop our cozy and chic assortment of throw blankets in store and online at shepherdsfashions.com.
Shepherd's was thrilled to support the Carleton Place Hospital Foundation by holding this fabulous fundraiser.
They came by bus, Martin.
I know.
Directly from Carleton Place to Shepherd's.
Shepherd's bus coming from Carleton Place. That's lovely.
That was a first.
You don't have to worry about parking or driving.
That's
they got
right.
here around 10:30?
Around 10:30, and then we started a fashion show. And here is Flora.
Right, she organized this whole thing. She's
did.
amazing.
Here she is in Eileen Fisher, our new coat, so that's wool. And then she bought part of her ensemble. I'll show you what pieces that she bought. This is a knit sweater from Shannon Passero. Knits are in, right?
I love the mustard shade.
Oh, yes.
And it's beautiful on Flora. I mean, Flora's been working with us for, I think, at least 30, 35 years.
Yes.
You used to model with her in the old days, right?
Yes.
And she's so dynamic and such a hard worker. I just love Flora.
Oh, she is.
She's a
And
wonderful person.
she looks better every
Yes.
year. I don't know how she does it. Then Wendy.
Of course, Wendy Booth,
She's-
again, longtime friend and
Yes.
model for Shepherd's for many years. She was on hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the plaid look,
It
right?
is, and again, those big, beautiful turtleneck sweaters, and then now this is a cashmere piece, the scarf, and just over that little cardigan. This is a denim story. We're showing the ladies how to do denim. Oh, Ilse Jacobson.
Yeah, that's a raincoat, waterproof raincoat on our great friend here at Shepherd's, Karen Seville.
Yes, she's
Who's
a ray of sunshine.
Yeah.
She's an apple shape, so we talked body shape here, right? How to maximize your shape, look taller, leaner, so that's what we did here. And then our puffer jacket. So we did the jacket reversible over the vest. This is Claire Desjardins, Canadian artist. We render her work on these great puffer pieces that are perfect for travel because they're lightweight. They're really wear now pieces.
And that's what we're always looking for. We're looking for clothes that are comfortable, that are easy to work into your lifestyle. Because women are not all about getting dressed up and wearing high heels and and Spanx. They
Right.
want to be comfort, but they want to look nice also. So it was
Right.
a great group of ladies that came in from Carleton Place, and we really wanted to thank Flora for putting so much time and effort in gathering them all up. She's a pillar of strength in that community.
Yes, she
and
is.
we really appreciate the work that she put into it. I know they had their own bus, like you said. They had a great time. We had a few nibbles for them. We had this private fashion show, and the ladies all went away
Very happy, and
Yes.
you know, they enjoyed their shopping experience afterwards. We were there to help them select those pieces, as you said, Marlene, those comfort driven pieces that you want to add to your wardrobe. You always need a little something new, right? One of the ladies was nominated for an award this week, and she wanted something that would take her to a special occasion. So this is why we also included some special occasion pieces in the fashion show, because there's always those times you will do that. This is faux fur, one size. It's a cape, available in 3 colors. And if this is not online, please DM us. We can give you all the information needed on that.
So again, we thank the ladies coming in from Carleton Place, and we made a lovely donation to the Carleton Place Hospital Foundation in support. And you know, it's a great idea to sort of rent a bus or come with a group of friends, and we can put on a nice spread for you for
Yes.
a private little party, fashion party with a few nibbles. So thank you to the group from Carleton Place. We enjoyed having you so much in our home here at Shepherd's.
Welcome to Shepherd's Wardrobe Wednesday. I'm Elaine and I'm here.
With Kirsten.
And today we're talking about a new collection of coats, Kirsten, that we had in the store last year. People
Yep.
love them so much we brought them back. They're from Boris.
Yes, they're from Boris, and they are actually from Holland. That's where they're made, which is quite interesting. We did really, really well with these last year for so many reasons that we brought them back again in more colors and more styles.
Fantastic. So this first style, as you can see, it's the shortest of the styles that
Yeah.
we're going to show you. All of these coats are a one size. You're going to find them roomy. They go up to about a size 18-20.
Yep.
And so this, and we wanted to show you the colors we have as well. So you saw the blue. Same coat here is like a jacket style in red as well. And what a red it is.
It's a beautiful lipstick red, and I'll tell you what I like about the colors. Sometimes we have such a long, drab winter. It's nice to put on a little bit of color, and it makes you feel a little more cheerful.
Most certainly. And the stripe is quite nice as well.
It
As you can see,
is.
it's a narrow stripe. And then on to the next style, and this is called the Detail Collar Fleece Coat. What I love about it is that, again, it goes back to black through the button detail, through all of the design elements here on the collar and down the back as well. You're going to see those little details in black.
Yeah, and it's nice because it does go back to black, and in the winter we tend to wear mostly blacks or grays, so these are the perfect coat for that. And there's another beautiful bright blue, so pretty.
Yes, on Geneva, who's just joined our team in social media, and you can see it's like what we call ageless fashion, right?
Yes.
The next style, scarf collar fleece
What
coat.
a collar.
Oh!
Amazing.
Yes.
And the big oversized pocket. So this one is a little bit of a high fashion coat.
Yes, most certainly. So you can play around, with those elements of the collar and button them up, or just we wanted to show how you can just leave the coat open as well, right?
Absolutely. Can tie it in a big oversized scarf. So this is a fun coat, this one.
Yes.
And I love this soft powder pink.
Oh my gosh! And again, it looks fantastic against the black.
Yeah.
And you know what? These coats are easy to wash, right?
Yes.
Easy care. So use mild soap, delicate wash in your washing machine. Wash it alone, and then just put it in the dryer for 5 minutes to kind of fluff it up.
Yes, because it's very, very soft. You really have to come in and touch them. And I invite you to come into the store to actually feel the fleece, because what I love about this coat, and I have purchased one myself because of this very reason. I'm going on the cruise, as are you, and many of our listeners are coming with us. To me, this is the perfect coat to bring with you because it's very, very warm. You can layer it. Or if you are too warm, you could just wear a turtleneck or a t-shirt underneath it, but you'll still be warm in the coat because it may be quite cool, about 3 degrees.
Yes.
And it's very light to carry.
Oh, fantastic.
which I love. So on the flight, or if you're out walking, or you end up at the department store with Lynn Spence,
Yes.
you could actually take it off and carry it, and it's not a heavy coat.
Mhm.
And this is the one I bought. I love the big collar with all the pleating. I think it looks very chic,
Yes.
but it could be casual too.
Oh, exactly. There's a bit of an artistic vibe to this, right?
Definitely.
I mean, the overly dramatic collar there,
Yes.
that'll keep you warm. And you don't need a lot with it. You could wear mittens with this, gloves. You don't need an extra scarf because the buttons come right up to the neckline.
Yeah.
And as you saw the big oversized pockets, you could put your cell phone in there, your keys.
Yeah, your
and,
mittens.
Yeah, and you're off.
And you know, Elaine, mine has the big oversized collar,
Mm-hmm.
but I did buy one of our new cashmere scarves from Froz to go with it. I thought it just really dressed it up and made it look very elegant. I just double wrapped the scarf
Yes.
and tucked in the tails so the collar stands out of the jacket, but you do have a little bit of the color of the scarf at your neck.
Oh, beautiful. You must post that picture when we go off. So we're dashing on the Danube in December
Yeah.
with Lynn Spence. Now, here is Nellie.
And you've got the
In the
scarf on Nellie.
Yes, actually. I
Yeah,
forgot
there
that
you go.
I forgot we did
And
that.
look at it. See, it just gives you that little pop of color, which I love.
Now, here's another pop of color. So this is the fringe detail
Mm.
fleece coat.
Very artistic.
Yes, talking about making an entrance. And again, you mentioned the lightweight on this,
Mhm.
and they really truly are. They are made to be roomy. So again, as you've mentioned, you can layer underneath it easily as well. And I mean, you'll have this forever.
Yes,
Right.
yeah. Marlene has one that she bought many, many years ago. She's had it for, I think she said around 20 years.
Oh.
It looks brand new. You would never
Mhm.
know it. She wears it all throughout the winter, even on the coldest of days. So
Oh.
that tells you how warm it is.
Most wonderful. Now here's the fringed poncho. So you're cozy, right? You're sitting
Yeah.
by the fire, maybe watching TV, glass of wine. This is where you want to go. It's easy. And again, these ponchos are a one size. We have them in this kind of black charcoal and in a purple that you will see now on Geneva.
Very après-ski.
Very. And again, as we say, you don't need to know how to ski to wear these, right?
No, you don't. You definitely don't. I know I don't.
Worn with denim, and they can be oversized. That's the fun of this. And then one of the last pieces is the actual wrap, and this is available in two sizes. Again, one size. So it's that poncho. It's the play on the poncho.
This
What-
is a fabulous piece.
Yes.
Because this is the piece you're going to buy now
Mm-hmm.
and wear it all through September, October, and if you bought the coat in the gray, you could even layer the poncho over top for
Oh.
color.
Fantastic. We were out here by Riverside Park in Ottawa with the ducks, and you're right, it was a coolish day, and it was just that perfect piece to put on one size. And the colors again are vibrant here
Yeah.
and they're fun.
People are really drawn to the colors. I mean, it's the warmth. Oh, and this piece, this is brand new. We didn't have this last year.
Right, so it's a cocoon shape. It's the reversible style vest. We have very few of these. So if you like these, Kirsten mentioned, come in store, try them on. They are also available online. You can shop these worldwide with us, shepherdsfashions.com, but they won't be here for long
No.
because they're,
It's a great
we know
piece.
they go fast.
And we sold out last year, and
Mhm.
very few were we able to reorder. So if you want them, you've got to get them now.
Get them now, shepherdsfashions.com.
Welcome to Shepherd's Fashion Friday. We got a great lineup, lots of real goodies here, ready for fall season. It's here. There is a little chill in the air. But let's start off with one of our favorite dresses. This is a staff favorite, Elaine. I think almost everybody has one of them.
Most certainly.
And it's great because it is from Gripkov, Canadian made, but it actually incorporates two fabrics. You have jersey up top and then this nylon on the bottom, and it's empire waist, 3/4 sleeve, has a little cuff that you can turn back, big pockets, wear it with leggings, pants, do anything you want with it.
And we've been wanting to show this for a while, Marlene. We've just gotten stock in it in 3 colors. Midnight blue, which you're seeing here. And then, here's Linda. What we like is that you can style it up. Consider it a tunic dress, if you will. So do it with a pant, this one from Joseph Ripkoff, with a slit at the back.
Now here's Flora, who again is a different size, different age, different shape.
Yes.
She's wearing the third color, wine. So it comes in the midnight, the wine, and of course black. But here she's just added a shawl just to give it another flavor. She's wearing it with just a shoe and a more classic, as you can see, just below the knee. Here we've added a legging to give it a different look altogether. Beautiful rich tone though. I love that, especially her being kind of a red strawberry blonde, right?
Yes. And here's Kathy Donovan, 5 feet tall. Now this is the dress she owns, and again with a legging, little bit of leopard there, the Beauty Feel shoe on the bottom. And speaking of leopard, so this is a newly arrived vest from Dolce Gabbo. And what we want to talk about here is simplicity in dressing and adding a pow piece like this vest.
You know, if you're not a jacket person, you don't want to be constrained by the sleeves, vests are a great way to sort of add that, like you say, classic, more tailored look. Simple black turtleneck, black pants, great piece of jewelry, and of course the vest stands out here.
Have we mentioned that leopard is the print
Oh,
of the
it's
season?
the hottest print this fall season. And you know, continuing, I'm buying for spring, seeing it all spring.
Oh, good to know. Oh, look who's
Yes, I
modeling
know,
here.
I know. You twisted my arm. Now, of course, I love these coats. These are Boris coats from Holland. We've carried them for a couple of seasons. I own one of them. I love them because they're fleece, so they're easy to wear, machine washable. They've got a lot of style. They're a little quirky. They all have a little interesting detail, and they come in great colors. Look at the buttons here, and the collar, and the hem on this. Look at that huge collar. I mean, if you get hit by a little bit of a, you know,
A storm or
snowstorm, you're protected.
You're fine. These are all one size pieces, and they go from a size 2 to about a size 18,
Yeah,
20,
I
would
mean,
you say?
fits me perfectly, and I can wear things underneath it. You've got the same size on in purple, and that's a ruched collar. They come in different colors. They're all online. We did feature them on last week, but we wanted you to see a couple of them that we didn't put on the website. So here is the same coat you had on, and I wanted you to see it on someone my size. And again, just to see that collar and how beautiful it is, because it's kind of pinched and ruched. So again, you can really bundle up. You don't need really a scarf.
No. This is a European make. It's called Boris, and it has very European stylish details, doesn't it? It has a full-length sleeve, and here's another style. The third of, but we've got a full collection again, as you
there's
mentioned
so many.
online.
And they come in different colors. Again, a generous collar in this electric blue. This is a little bit shorter. It's above the knee, and again, that trim, the way they've done it. Look at this hood. I mean, it's massive.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Your makeup will never go astray with that in a snowstorm. I love that.
And big pockets.
Big pockets and a full-length sleeve as well, and a generous sleeve, so you can wear a jacket, a
And you
cardigan
know what? They're
underneath.
really well priced. They're all under $300.
Fantastic. Speaking of well priced, so this is our bamboo French sweatshirt. Women have been
Oh
going
my gosh.
wild
They're like
for
3 and
this.
4 at a time.
And you know what? We just got the red color in. We weren't able to show you before. We have it in stock now. Now's the time to get it. People are purchasing. This is Christmas
presents.
gifts.
I know, because they're one size.
Yes.
And again, machine washable and made in Canada.
Oh,
So look, we
fantastic.
wanted to show it how we can dress it up. Of course, it goes with jeans
Yes.
or little sweatpants, but here we put it on an Eileen Fisher tank dress, if you can believe it.
Now, we're showing you this that you will see on the tank dress as well. This is a piece that is crushable, the fabric, and it's great for travel. It has a length to it, and Marlene, you brought this on your travels.
I took this on my cruise, but in the black and white polka dot. So this is the green, and we just wanted to show you. Look at it. Just it sort of
Well, it folds
comes up
into
to
nothing.
Simple tank and a black pant, nice piece of jewelry, and look at you're all set. Nips in again underneath the bust line and
Yes.
flares out. Gives you the coverage you need. It's not bulky at all. To me, this is a 4-season item that you can have in your wardrobe.
Oh, fantastic.
Now, thinking of fall,
Yes.
I'll move the same tank dress that she had on from Eileen Fisher, the basic, to this great cardigan, 3-tone striped coat. It's $123.
Fabulous
Great
price
price.
point. I mean, what impact this has, and in the colors of the season, you can't go wrong. And again, on the tank dress. Okay, now we're going to show you another style of sweatshirt, all styled up. This one is from Ine. It's called the Boxy French Tunic.
Look at the way it does that, the asymmetrical look. Lots of style to a sweatshirt. I like the way you've added the plaid pant.
Yes.
The white shirt, of course, which we love because it brightens up the face, and the little neckerchief. Makes it very kind of town and country looking.
Town and country, workwear ready if you so wanted. It's got the 3/4 length sleeve, and it's a lovely soft coloration.
Comes in the green, and now Teresa has it on in the black. We've added the poncho, and actually she has the white dicky on underneath it. Again, just to give it some impact. The pearls by Wanted. Look at that. That looks like an uptown girl, right?
Most certainly.
And she's got a sweatshirt on. Look at it very carefully. You see a 3/4 sleeve. Of course, wash and wear.
Oh, and the booty. This is new from the Flex. Teresa didn't want to take that one off. It's got the blocked heel, so you can actually walk for miles and miles in this.
So great look. And it's well priced also.
Yes, $125. Geneva's cozying up at home, doing a little bit of homework, wearing the same sweatshirt in blue tone this time.
I think they call it Twilight. It's a lovely blue. It's not
It
dark
is.
navy, not royal. Here you are. You took off the blouse, the scarf. You put it on just as it's in its own body, and you added a little legging.
My favorite
Comfy,
legging,
cozy.
Shannon Passero, love it. And speaking of leggings, here's another great look. So this is again from Ine. This is the asymmetrical tunic, so that same kind of sweatshirt feel, but elongated version of it. We did it with the reader's wrap. Let's say that you're at the cottage or going somewhere very, very casual. This could be a great look, dressed from head to toe, really.
There's a closer look at it. As you can see, it's asymmetrical. I love the funnel neck.
Yes, and the big pockets.
Yes.
Right?
You know, they're thinking of all the right things. Look at that. Generous collar, 3/4 sleeve. Now this comes in black and in blue only.
Yes. And the legging is a bamboo based legging. As you can see, it has a print, but it's a subtle print. It's got a very high waist and great price point. I believe it's under $40.
And the leggings are one size only, and the tops are small, medium, large, and extra large. I believe Teresa has mediums on.
Right.
So here's the blue on you.
Here's the blue, and again, I did a printed legging with it, and I'm just kind of relaxing at home. Cup of Java, and great way to go. It's not a dress, right? It really is a tunic. This is why we're thinking kind of loungewear worthy, if you will.
Yeah, but I mean, again, a beautiful color of this blue. So we'd love to know, what is your go-to piece to be cozy and comfortable? And you could win $50 here at Shepherd's Fashions.
Fantastic. Marlene, thank you so much for modeling these coats. We really enjoyed having you
Well, I
on
love
screen.
my coat. I wear it all the time when it's gold.
See you soon.
Welcome to Shepherd's Coffee Talk. We love food and we love Paula.
Thank you. And
We're
we
back
love,
again.
we love summer too.
Yes.
We love the foods of summer, the freshness of summer.
Those flavors, so good.
My husband always tells the story of when he'd come home from school at the beginning of September, the house would smell like vinegar and mustard because his mother would be doing pickles and pickled beans, I guess, in that mustard sauce. And that's really such a special memory, right? Our moms, grandmoms got into the kitchen. My mom didn't. Did your mom?
A little bit, but
Preserving?
not too much.
Yeah. I think it's really a wonderful tradition to keep. I'm sure you do a fair bit of it, Paula.
I made some pickle beets yesterday for my son's girlfriend for her birthday.
Oh, what a beautiful gift. Wow, made by you too.
Yeah.
But they were special.
We ate a whole jar at dinner, so yeah, they were great.
Not bad. So let's talk about, that's what we want to talk about today, is keeping these summer flavors into the fall and winter while we're coping with less than ideal weather and less than ideal produce as well.
Well, that's right. I mean, you pick up a tomato now, you can smell it before you even cut into it. It's just got that ripe garden smell, and then you pick one up in January, and it's just sad.
It's just a sad
Yeah.
thing. These are special. These are aromas, right?
That's right.
Aromas, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about tomatoes first, I guess, because
Sure.
everybody no doubt has, if you grow anything in your garden, you know tomatoes are easy to grow. So everybody does them. I've got 3 or 4 bowls of little cherry tomatoes sitting on my counter right now waiting for something. So maybe today I'll have an idea after talking to you.
Okay.
So what do we have here, Paula?
So first off, we've got this beautiful smoky tomato ketchup, and it's one of my favorite gifts to give to people. If you just have a little sniff, you can smell the smokiness. It's just wonderful. It takes less than an hour to make a batch, and everything I make is in a reasonable batch. I grew up where we made 40 jars of things. It's too much for people today. A, you don't have a place to store it. B, it takes too long. And C, what are you going to do? We don't have 8-person families like I grew up in. So I am big on these small batch things where you get 4 or 5 little jars. I save some, I gift some, and this ketchup is just a real favorite.
So what's the secret ingredient in that?
Well, the secret first is getting the seeds out of the tomatoes. So you can buzz them in a blender and then put them through a sieve. You can put them through a juicer if you happen to have one. And you can even cheat and buy passata, which is strained tomatoes. So that's, right now I make it with fresh tomatoes. If I need a new batch in January, I buy the passata. It tastes just the same.
Okay, and what gives it the smokiness?
Adobo peppers. So hot peppers in adobo sauce, and then a couple of dashes of liquid smoke. So it's kind of a secret ingredient, and it's so much better than ordinary ketchup. It's gourmet ketchup.
Oh, it's so good, and I can smell it over here. And I'm thinking with chicken would be really good. What else do you recommend? Sandwiches?
Whenever you
sandwiches?
use ketchup. Right?
Yeah, I'm
Hot
not a big
dogs or-
ketchup person, so this is great for me.
Right.
Eggs in the morning.
Yeah,
That's what I
eggs,
really like it
scrambled
with
eggs.
frittata, exactly, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yummy. And then these look beautiful. These are oven roasted tomatoes.
That's right. So it's again the beautiful aromas, and so they've just been drizzled with a little bit of garlic, olive oil, some salt, pepper, and some hot pepper flakes. And you and Marlene each have a bite if you wish to taste
Thank
them.
you.
And so I use these many ways. I freeze them as is, and then I'll throw them in with some chicken, a bit of chicken broth, and maybe some onions. It's a beautiful dish. You can also puree it up and use it as a pasta sauce or for homemade pizza. That's my go-to pizza sauce. And I do trays and trays and trays of these at a time. And then once they're cooked, I just leave them on the tray, put the tray in the freezer, and then they freeze individually. So it's easy to open a bag and just pull out 2, 3, 5, 10, whatever you need at a time.
It's got a nice kick to it too, huh?
Yeah.
A little bit of pepper going on there.
Yeah.
But I love the idea too of laying things out. I do that with bananas. Peel them, lay them on something, put them in the freezer, and they freeze individually. Put them in a bag so
That's
you
right.
can grab them if you need them for a smoothie or whatever.
That's
And
right.
it looks pretty.
They are pretty. And we often just eat them as is, just as you've tasted today. I love that as a side dish.
Goat's cheese with goat's
Yes.
cheese.
Everything with goat's cheese. Absolutely. Absolutely.
As a side dish, that'd be lovely. Yeah, for sure. And what do we have here?
So this is my favorite way to, it's frost is coming, right? You hear the weather report. Watch out for frost tomorrow morning. I run out to the garden and I pick as many herbs as I can because they're quite tender, with the exception of rosemary and thyme and sage. Everything else, you know, you're going to wake up and it's going to be keeled over. So parsley, basil, mint, these are all great ways to save it. I chop it up, I put it in with some olive oil and freeze it in a little bag.
Okay.
And I label, what it is, throw it in the freezer. Next time I'm making some soup, I think, a little bit of parsley would really help this flavor. Open the bag, crack a frozen corner off, toss it in the soup, and that's it. So this one's been thawing a little bit, but they just work so well, and they're so thin and flat. You can pack dozens of them in the freezer, and they take up no space at all.
Right.
And it's much better than buying that bunch of cilantro in December when you need a teaspoon of cilantro.
Yeah.
Just
break off a
so
little
break
piece
that
of it.
off,
Yeah.
and if you're
Kills you
stirring
have
it,
to throw it away.
Yeah, right, exactly.
or
Super smart.
Conversely, if you do buy it in December, then follow this method and you won't waste it.
So what we do with the parsley, or can we do this with other
Basil,
with
cilantro,
okay.
mint, anything.
Do we
Yeah.
blanch it?
No, in
No.
this case, because it's freezing so fast, you don't have to.
Okay.
So I literally chop it, put it in a bag, drizzle a little bit of oil or water, chicken broth, whatever you like. Squeeze the air out, freeze it, shut it, freeze it, and that's it.
I love you for that.
But you wash it first. You wash your
Of
basil
course,
first?
yeah.
And I
Everything
always
should be
find every
washed.
time I wash it, it starts to get limp and.
It's because you've been manhandling your herbs, Marlene. So the way I wash basil in particular, because it is so sensitive to
It's very
bruising,
sensitive.
is I fill a container with water and I hold it by the stems and I just dunk it in and pull it out.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And then just lay it on a kitchen towel to dry, and then I will process it.
Is
so
it worth it? I mean, because
you
some
should
people.
wash everything. You don't know where that basil's been.
I know,
So-
but is that going to do it? Just a dunking, or do you have to put? I know some friends that put a little bit of something in the water. To
I guess
clean
think
it.
about your source, right? If it's coming from my backyard garden,
Yeah,
I know
of
I've
course.
got no fertilizer, I don't have any cats roaming through the herb garden
Yeah.
or anything like that. So I'm just confident I want to get the dirt off. If it's coming from a source that you're a little more concerned about, absolutely, you could put some dishwater in that same soap in that same container of water and swish it around with your finger and then dunk it in, and that's going to help too.
You rinse it off after you dunk it in the dish soap?
Dish soap's
Dish
edible.
soap
We eat
in
it all the time. We probably eat gallons of it every year.
You're right.
Yeah.
My
But
grandma
it
used to
does have
say.
a soapy taste, you know.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
left
So
in the
maybe rinse it
dishwasher.
off after
Sure,
if you're
sure.
to
All
do
right.
that.
Okay. So that's a good tip.
What's in the
This
bottle?
is basil oil. This is one of my favorite things. So in this case, you do blanch the basil, and that's so it keeps its bright green color.
Okay.
And then you just puree it in a blender with olive oil, and that's it. And you can store that in the fridge for months and months and months. Drizzled on fresh tomatoes, drizzled on a piece of grilled fish, drizzle it on
Pizza pie.
chicken. It's like pesto's more refined cousin.
I was going to say, what's the difference between pesto
So it
and
doesn't
this?
have garlic, it doesn't have salt and pepper,
Okay.
it doesn't
Yeah.
have pine nuts or walnuts, it doesn't have cheese. So it's just the pure essence of basil and the color. I mean, it's like an emerald, you know?
it's just like
beautiful.
summer in a bottle.
That's right.
So
So
are
pretty.
you freezing that?
I just throw it in the fridge and it keeps
Stays
just
for
fine.
how long?
And mine, I don't strain it as much. So you can see this one separating a little. We've got super clear on the top and then a bit more, it's got a bit more texture on the bottom. And it depends on how you prefer. If you want it to be really crystal clear, then you strain it, but you get less quantity. So
Right.
I like to just leave it as is and give it a shake before I
Yeah,
use
who
it.
doesn't like getting some basil in their oil?
Exactly.
So then we can freeze these little puppies too, just as is.
Again, wash them. That's all you have to do, and literally put them in a bag and freeze them. You don't even have to lay them out because they're pretty robust on their
Yeah,
own.
yeah.
So I love these silicone bags.
These are nice.
I have a secret Ziploc bag addiction, and I'm getting help for it. And my help is coming in the form of these bags, and I've bought a ton of them in different sizes. They have little snack bag sizes, bigger ones that are like a quart size, and they're so easy to wash and reuse.
You just stick them in the sink with some soapy water.
That's right.
Boom, hang them upside down somewhere.
That I just drape them over a bottle on the counter
Yeah.
or something like that, and they're
This is
just
the way
great.
we have to go now.
Yes, ma'am.
We
Gotta
really do.
this.
So
Yeah.
you just literally pop these in, as many as you can fit in the bag. I do bags and bags and bags of these. I don't know if I can fit that third one in this one, and then just the zipper shut. Don't even have to squeeze the air. You don't have to do anything.
It's exciting.
And then you just throw those in the freezer. When you need some tomatoes, let's say you're making a pasta sauce or something, pull them out, let them sit on the counter for 5-10 minutes. You can slip the skin off like nobody's business. It takes a second.
When they're frozen.
That's right. It just takes a second to peel them, and then you just chop them and throw them in your dish. And so I've stopped buying cans of diced tomatoes because I always have these on hand instead.
Smart.
So how long would this stay in your freezer? What's a good-
2-3 years, like they're
Oh, really?
because they're sealed, right? It's like a solid state.
Yeah,
it's
right,
just
right,
there's-
right.
it can't get
They've got their
freezer
own
burned.
packaging.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I have heard of people just throwing them in the freezer as is. To me, that sounds like an archaeological nightmare trying to go through the freezer to find them. So I like to corral them a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
But yeah, I probably freeze 2 bushels of
Oh
Romas.
my.
I like how you think, and I love these bags.
Yeah.
I'm moving over to these. I wash the other types of bags. I wash them in the same, do the same thing, but it's not the same as buying this type of.
And they blow their seal, they crack at the corners. The other ones, when you try to wash them, they just don't stay sealed. I've heard of people transporting soup in these bags. That's how robust they are.
Okay.
So, I think that they're a really good option, and we've certainly switched over to these for packing lunch things and picnic things and so on. I really
Perfect
like them.
idea. Before we let you go, you helped your mom in the kitchen for years doing preserves. And you figured out an innovation that I would never have thought of. Can you share?
So we had a huge vegetable garden when I was a kid, family of 8. My parents are both Maritimers. They're very resourceful. And so making pickles and jams and so on was just absolutely part of our annual lifestyle. And one of the ones that we made was, I don't even know what it was called. We called it bean relish because we ate it with baked beans, which we had every Saturday night when I was growing up. Not a big fan today for some reason. I don't know. But this relish was the only thing that made it edible. So it was chopped up, peppers and celery and a lot of onions. Like a bushel of onions to make a batch of these. And my job was to feed the onions into a meat grinder, an old-fashioned meat grinder, and crank them up. And of course you can imagine I'm standing on a chair. That's how little I am, because I can't reach to turn the crank otherwise. So I'm like 6 or 7, and tears running down my face. I ran to the garage. I found my old-fashioned mask and snorkel, the masks that cover your nose and eyes, and the snorkel. And I stood there, and I could breathe, and I could see. And my mom comes back in the kitchen, because she was very much not a helicopter parent. And she's like, "Oh, good for you. Carry on then." And off she went to do something else, one of her million loads of laundry or something. And I think of her every time. She still makes smaller batches now, but every time I'm doing preserving of any kind, I think of my mom. And
Do
I'm
you
so glad I
still
learned.
wear your snorkel and mask?
No, I have sharp knives now, and it's true. The sharper your knife is, the less you're going to cry when you're chopping onions.
Oh, good to know.
So good
Another
sharp
good
knife,
tip.
you won't cry.
Do you need to put the onions in the freezer like they say?
I don't do any of that
In the
stuff.
fridge?
Good sharp
No,
knife.
good sharp
no,
knife?
don't run it under cold water. Don't do anything. Just good sharp knife.
Tips from Paula Roy of Constantly Cooking. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you
Paula.
for having me.
Always
Always a
wonderful
delight.
having you here. Yes.
Happy
Yes.
preserving season.
Yeah.
Enjoy your day.